Hey guys, welcome to The Bite. My name is Jackie. Today's video is on a super quick and simple lunch or dinner. This is a shrimp stir fry. I've been making this so many times because I've been finding some beautiful tomatoes and some great looking shrimp. So I've been just kind of putting it together based on what I had. So I wrote everything down and this is what I came up with. It's delicious, it's kind of sweet from the shrimp and the tomatoes, a little bit of honey in the sauce, and it's got a lot of good crunch. And it's great for meal prepping too. So let's get into the ingredients. This is everything right here, super simple. I have some tomatoes, some cremini mushrooms. This is my shrimp. Look at how beautiful those look. An onion, some green bell pepper, a little bit of garlic and ginger, and this is the sauce. So this is just soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, and I have a little bit of honey in here as well. So we're just gonna go to the stove and get this all on there. You can serve this with rice or pasta. I'm gonna be eating it with rice today, but however you like it, you can even leave it plain. So let's go over to the stove and let's get started. So I have some vegetable oil heating up on my pan, and I'm just gonna start adding all my shrimp. There's a little bit of water down at the bottom. I just don't wanna get that in the pan. That's just from washing them earlier. But I'm gonna add them one by one in a single layer so that they cook. And then once they cook, get pink on both sides, I'm gonna remove them onto a plate. That way it stops them from overcooking. It's really easy to overcook shrimp and then they become kind of rubbery and you don't want that in your stir fry. So I'm just gonna do that, get them on the plate, and then we'll start cooking up the vegetables. All right, this is looking good. All that shrimp flavor is in the pan, and now I'm just gonna add in my onions. I like to cook the shrimp first for that reason. It adds a lot of flavor to the pan itself. So let these get translucent, and then we will add our mushrooms and the rest of our vegetables. These are looking good. I'm gonna add in all my cremini mushrooms. Get them into as much of a single layer as you can. Just gonna let these cook down for a little bit, and then we'll start adding in the rest. These are looking good, and see how it's kind of getting that nice and golden brown color? That's because we didn't add any salt, so it's not going to allow the mushrooms to release their water. Now we're going to add our green peppers. I like to add green peppers to this because I find it works well against the sweetness of the shrimp, the sweetness of the tomatoes. There's honey in the sauce. So I need something to kind of balance it all out, and this works perfectly. If you want to make it spicy, you could totally add a serrano pepper or a jalapeno pepper and cut it in half with the seeds and just kind of let it stew all together. And then you can remove them, but that way it infuses the heat and it just gives a great flavor. I even do that with just tomatoes and beans, and I love the way it tastes. It gives a perfect amount of heat. So these are cooking down. I'm also gonna add my garlic and my ginger. And I just wanna cook this for about a minute or so. Let the green pepper soften before I add in my tomatoes. The tomatoes are gonna add a lot of good juice to this before we kind of combine the sauce and get it all together. All right, lastly, I'm gonna add in all the tomatoes with their juices, the seeds, everything. Looks like quite a bit of tomatoes, but I like this amount. If you want to add less, totally add less, up to you. I think in the summertime or even the springtime, when the tomatoes look so beautiful and they have just enough crisp, they work perfectly in something like this. So it's kind of deglazing the pan, picking up all those brown bits, and now I'm going to add in my sauce. So since there's honey in here, I just want to kind of mix it up a little bit. I'm going to add that right in. You know, gotta get everything out of the bowl. You feel me? Alrighty, this is going to cook down a few minutes, and then we'll add the shrimp back in. This looks perfect. Everything is bubbling away. It's starting to condense a bit. And this is just the perfect time to add in my shrimp. So I typically like to cut these shrimp in half because they're a good size and it kind of makes the shrimp go a little bit further. But today, we're going all out. Everyone's gonna be happy with the shrimp that they're getting. So Mixing this all up. Let the shrimp cook for a little bit longer. Like I said, I don't want to overcook it. Now we're just gonna get it to the table and serve it up, because that was it. This is looking good. I'm happy I left these shrimp whole, because guess what? That means I get to have a good sized shrimp on my plate right now. Literally 15 minutes, that's all this took. I'm ready. No explanation needed. So the beauty of this is, just because there's soy sauce, it doesn't really make it necessarily an Asian dish. You can make it smoky by adding a little bit of chipotle peppers. You can put this on tacos, or even scramble it up with some eggs and make breakfast tacos the next morning. My husband, the cameraman, is looking at me like I got some good ideas. You can throw some sour cream and avocados on there. There's so many things you can do. It's this kind of like an elevated blank slate. I love this. There's so many things you can do with it. I'm salivating. I'm ready for some more. I hope you guys give this a try, because you saw how quick and easy this really was. And most of these vegetables, I'm sure you have on hand already. If you don't like mushrooms, take them out, switch them for something else. They use, you know. And if you want the sauce to be a little bit thicker, one of my friends actually mixed it up with some cornstarch, and it just thickened up the sauce, made it nice and beautiful and glossy. But that's all I gotta say about that. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I am enjoying the look of this bite right here. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time on The Bite.